Welcome to the Raw Exchange, where we give it to you unfiltered, we give it to you uncensored, we give it to you with no latex. That's 100% raw. It's your boy, Trev G, and it's funny how time flies. Almost a year ago, we were sitting down plotting on this podcast, and today marks episode 28. So to me, that's crazy. With that said, we have a great show for you today. I'm excited as we'll be all over the place, from Kanye to North South Korea to getting paid for sex, along with our personal vices. But before we get into that mayhem, let me introduce my brothers and sister on today's show.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Grizzy, baby.
It's Posh.
It's me, MJ.
Tops Money Wall Street.
So what's going on, guys? How was everybody's week since we met last from our live show?
It's been a fucking adventure, bro. It has been, man. We'll just fast forward all the way to Sunday.
I knew it was coming.
Oh, Sunday. Yeah, definitely. Sunday was an event. We decided to go and hang out with one of our homies from East Wakanda, Lemmy. And we had a great time. He had his dashiki, and we had our alcoholic beverages inside of us.
I saw that.
And then B said he was coming, so he came and fucked around. It was for my two brothers' birthdays, so we were out there. And we got a special guest. Pashalina over here decided to join us. Her and all of her assets. And they twerked around, and we had a great fucking time. And I'm going to just leave it at that. If she would like to share more, she can share more. I'm surprised Aero still has liquor in their bars at this time. But I'll pass over the mic. Or anything.
Oh, she was drinking everything?
No,
can I get the 401? I missed it, man. I was over there.
First of all, it wasn't everything. He bought me. Who does this? First of all, I was at brunch. I was having mimosas, chilling, minding my business.
Fancy rich people.
You were drinking all day.
I started early. I get the text, all right. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go. He gives me Patron shots.
Seems
and
legit.
I gave you a fucking
gives
chaser.
Me Hennessy as a chaser.
What's wrong with that?
Who does that?
What's wrong with that? That sounds like
how many times,
I thought I was being a good fucking friend.
That's all I drink nowadays.
How many times did he give you those drinks?
Like
look at your size and look at my size. That's a
It was
difference.
like this. It was a shot, and then it was a Henny and cranberry? And then we did it again.
The first time is her doing it out of being nice. The second time, she knows what the fuck she's doing.
No,
Exactly.
the second time I don't even fucking remember. It was
Is
way
that how you
past
look
that.
at it when they let you fuck the second time, Marcus?
Yeah, tell it. Wow.
Well then,
Well,
I'm married.
I was talking about
all in all, I
6
had
years
fun.
ago.
I just wish I remembered more. But that's
stay going out places and forgetting shit, bro.
don't worry.
well,
I'll
let me
remember
tell you.
for you.
Can we'll ad lib, bro? Well, I'm trying to live vicariously through y'all.
Listen, I told them when I first walked up in here, I'm like, from now on, that's it. No more Raw Exchange outings unless they're in church and we're doing Bible study. We're done here.
But the thing is,
Well,
there's
you know
still,
that ain't happening
there's still
anytime soon.
information I haven't even shared with her yet. I'm just breaking it down to her day by day. I can't give her everything at once.
So it was like that one time when we all hung out after the podcast, and the next day she ain't no shit, and we covered just.
Yeah, it's like that. There's a couple
It's like-
funny
Damn,
things that I had to tell her
Pashalina, you out
about.
in these streets like that?
Fuck you, bro.
She was out. Hey, check out the Facebook Live group. There was a nice twerk video in there. So
Nice.
my girl did her thang, and we're gonna
Show
go
them all
on.
how it's done, huh?
So anyone else had a good week?
I almost burned my house down on Sunday night.
Oh fuck!
We were
Wow.
at Trevor's house.
So for people that don't know this, like I pride myself in being able to cook, right? So a few weeks ago, I had the Raw Exchange people over, and I cooked dinner, and some shit didn't work out, and my grill went to hell, and just started burning all of the meat. No homo.
Steak was still
And
good.
so I kind of gave like Posh, Posh's first time she's eaten, my food, so I kind of felt bad. So then Harold came over on Saturday, and we just whipped it up. Some of the best fried shrimp I've ever made in my life.
Fire.
And then Ian was supposed to come, but Ian couldn't make it till Sunday. So when Ian got there, he's like, yo, I gotta have those. So the thing I learned that I didn't know before is it's not good to mix oils. And when I mean oils, I mean, what is it? Vegetable oil with coconut oil.
Wow.
And the reason I did this, right, is because I wanted to give
You
it
were
that
running-
coconutty taste, which it got, right?
Yeah.
But what happened is after I added like 3 or 4 shrimp, the shit went like this and just rose.
Yeah.
It was so
And
much
just
fun,
went
guys.
all over the fucking stove, bro. And
So much fun.
and it's
the
catching fire, and
flames.
I'm just over like, that's not how it's gonna go out, bro. So
You didn't have
Yeah.
no salt?
luckily,
No.
I mean, I
nigga
did, but I wasn't
Luckily,
thinking about no
This
salt,
nigga
bro.
low key panicked though.
Bro,
This was
yeah.
outside, though.
I was
You were on
like-
the patio.
He was still. I'm like, why is he not moving? His friend is over here like,
Nah, we were all standing still looking at
Shout
this
out to
shit
Chris,
like,
because
yo.
Chris got Orca got into safety
yeah.
mode ASAP.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Damn.
I was kind of pissed though because I
Yo,
ruined
the
dinner.
end of the world times we need you, bro. We need you,
The shrimp
man.
was still good though.
It was.
Yeah. it was
Did you
fire.
guys get steak too?
No, we
No.
did fish.
Just fish
that
fry.
was bad too, bro.
Oh, that steak
I had the
was so
outside.
fire.
I have the one like when you fry the turkey in, so I have that set up. So I put it up outside, and I wanted to cook the fish in it, and I didn't. The thing is I was just doing too much at that time, and the temperature got to like almost 600, and I knew that because I checked it,
Damn.
and as soon as I threw that fish in that bitch, straight black. And I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be great. So that happened first, and then it fucking shrimp shit. But I cooked the rest of the fish in the house.
That
but
lobster mac and
lobster mac and
cheese.
cheese.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
my
that lobster
God.
mac and cheese was dope.
Flames.
That was good.
So they got lobster mac and cheese.
A real
Oh, you didn't see
lobster.
the lobster we posted? Or I
This is a
posted?
big ass.
Big ass lobster.
It was huge. That
Only
bitch
thing I
was
see
like
on my
$50.
timeline is
dog.
was
raw exchange
Arnold.
group, raw exchange group, raw exchange group, raw exchange group, raw exchange group. My mom, raw exchange group, raw exchange group, raw exchange group. That's it. That's the only thing that's on my Facebook timeline or wherever the fuck you guys post.
I got my AR on Sunday, so super
Nice, you
excited
fucking
about that.
thug. You went straight. What's wrong with that bitch too?
I did. I was super excited
seen
about
you.
that. Yo, but yeah,
Welcome to the club.
Trev and I both have one now, so we're waiting on Ian to get his, so we can all
I made custom.
So we can all what?
nothing. We can all do nothing.
You guys can all defend your house
Nothing.
safely.
Yes, exactly.
around.
That
All you
part.
need is a fucking shotgun. You can blow fucking everybody up, so you're good.
But yeah, super excited about
I'm
that.
gonna have my shit on me for you talking about.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Why not?
I
Pull
would
up this nigga's house, the guns just strapped. Ain't nobody coming on this bitch. There's 5 cops on property, but I'm
This
good.
shit don't matter.
They ain't fucking with me.
He's gonna be like,
I know my rights.
What was it,
Brooklyn
Marlon Wayans
ass
and Don't Be a
niggas, bro.
Menace and whatever the fuck with
Yeah.
it, with the fucking just pull it out of the pants.
It's gonna
All
be
right.
in my trunk.
All right, Posh. So it's May.
It is Give a May. I am
Give a
excited
May.
about that. So Give a May is going to be for you guys that are tuning in and starting to listen to us. We're doing a month-long contest. We're going to be giving away Raw Exchange t-shirts before they hit our website. So you guys get them first. We're going to be posting 5 questions, trivia questions a week. And we have the, like how to submit your answers. Of course, don't put them, guys, like in the comments. That's not what we want. We want whoever gets them either all right or whoever gets the most right. You can send us your information and then we'll go ahead and get out a shirt for you guys. What else are we doing? Ooh, the YouTube subscriptions. So for YouTube subscriptions, what did we agree on? Every 25?
Yep.
Every 25 subscription, like the 25th subscriber, we're going to go ahead and send you guys a Raw Exchange t-shirt as well. Should I mention the other one with the... No, I'm going to save that one. You guys are going to have to tune in on our Facebook group in order to get the instructions for that particular
Yo,
one.
I thought about a good giveaway prize. Whoever gets the most answers correct
Don't say Spotty
throughout
Potty.
Give a May gets to go on a date with me. But you got to be a bitch. You can't be a dude.
Off rip.
Off rip. I don't need
Yo.
none
If
of
we see
y'all.
a jump in
Yo,
numbers,
shout
we
out
know
to
why.
Jay Vaughn. You ain't going on no date with me, dog.
No Tyrone? No Daquan?
No. You know Jay Vaughn, the one that look crazy.
Oh my God.
That's my dog. You know what? You ain't going on a date with me, brother.
So everybody needs to
girls
follow
on there?
us on
What happened?
Instagram. for
Everybody
those
needs to
5
follow
questions.
Raw Exchange on. Well, we posted them on Instagram. They're on Twitter. They're
Okay.
on Facebook.
Snapchat.
We're giving Snapchat. We're giving you guys a different varieties of how you guys can include yourselves into these giveaways. And yeah, you just have to, follow our pages and keep up to date. And we'll be announcing the winners. Well, for this week, it already went up. Yesterday? No,
Today.
this morning.
Today is the first.
Oh my God. I'm going to Greece. That's what I know in a couple of days. I still got
I like how you
I'm
put
just
that out
like-
there.
Don't forget our gifts, all right?
Santorini.
Balling in this shit.
And
They
I'm,
should have some anti-frown cream or some shit you could bring me, right?
yeah, you know, for those frown lines and the,
Damn.
I'll go to the Amalfi Coast and get that Italian mud for
Give me
you.
some,
and all that.
Red
Man, look
Sea.
at her. She got paper. She got that money.
No. Where were we going with this?
Well, just for everybody that doesn't know, just catch us on all our social media. That's RAWXCHANGE. And you can figure out how to get a Give 'em a gift from there.
But next episode, we're going to be announcing today's winners to the questions. So the questions are up. They're up on our Raw Exchange Instagram. They're up on Twitter. They're up on Facebook. They're
Personal
up
pages.
on our personal pages. They're up on Snap. We are looking for that one person, the first person to get all 5 questions right so we can send you a shirt. And also, they have to start paying attention to our episodes this particular month. I mean, you should pay attention to all of our episodes, but this particular month, we're going to be incorporating a keyword. So whoever can get to us what the keyword is will also win a Raw Exchange t-shirt.
So what's today's keyword?
We're not going to say it yet.
Oh, what are we
They got to listen.
Later. Because if not, they're going to cut us off. We're like, what, 10 minutes in?
Oh, got it.
Yeah, exactly. Bloop. No.
Awesome.
Boo-boo.
All right, so it's that time. Let's get to shooting the shit. I know we got a few things to talk about. I know we're going to start off with Ye. The one thing I'll say that I'm glad we waited, not like some other podcasts, and it's not a bad thing, but, I feel like everybody hopped on it, right away. And, it kind of was a little rocky. We didn't really know where we're going with a lot of things. But I think today, with us having all the information that we have, I know today, which we record on Tuesdays, the Charlemagne video dropped, our interview dropped. So, there's a little bit more information out there for people. But, like I said, for me, I think it's great that, we kind of have that backing, with some information when we get into this. So I guess I'll start it off. So look, Kanye canceled, right? Canceled his, or deleted his Twitter account, right?
Twitter,
About a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So-
he back.
Yeah.
He came back. Vengeance.
He's definitely
He started
back.
back on 4/15/18. His first post was something about his favorite St. Pablo tea.
Trump probably made him activate that shit.
Okay. And on 4/19, he tweeted about his album only being 7 songs. It's dropping on the 1st. Him and Cudi, June 8th. Kids See Ghost. Tiana Taylor, June 22nd.
He's so sexy.
Pusha T.
And then Pusha T, 5/25/18.
Shout out to the cuz.
Right. And then 4/21, he said he loves the way Candace Owen thinks. And I think that kind of started the little movement there for how people were looking at that. Then on the 22nd, the next day, he tweeted that he hand produced the earlier albums that I stated before. And then he also dropped that Nas drops on June 15th as well. So, he kind of gave us, since he came back, actually one thing I was realizing because I was going through them all today, since he came back on the 15th, that dude has like 300 tweets already. That's a lot, bro.
That sounds like me in 2009.
Bruh.
300 tweets used to
It's
be
like
a
when you look
daily
at
thing.
somebody's page and they got like 10,000 pictures and only like 2 followers. Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but he definitely got way more than 2 followers.
So before we get into some of that other stuff, what do you guys feel when you started to see, music's dropping?
Excitement.
The summer of Kanye.
Yeah.
The music was the
Good
most
music
exciting
is
part.
back.
I fuck with Kanye heavy,
For sure.
heavy.
I think we all do.
So, that was probably the most exciting part. 7 songs. I was just upset that it wasn't more.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the only thing that happened with that.
I think what happened there though is because he had Cudi come help him out on like work us some stuff out, and then it turned into 7 tracks for their album too. So instead of having like Cudi on there 3-4 times, I think decided to go with that album,
That's good too.
which is still cool. I love Cudi, so
yeah. Didn't he go a little crazy as well?
I mean,
Suicidal thoughts and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
He had his moment.
He hit it.
but
He was on that show that I used to fuck with, How to Make It in America on HBO.
oh, he was.
It was like the modern day Entourage.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
never heard of that
was
show,
so
actually.
fire. And then they cut it off. I was so fucking mad they cut that show off. That was a great show. Even the first 2 seasons. If you got to go check it out, check it out.
Yeah.
But it was a great show.
So the more recent tweets, 425, he stated he had him and Donald
Dragon
Trump have
energy.
dragon energy, and the mob can't make us hate Trump or make him hate Trump. When he means mob, does he mean black people as a
No.
culture?
I think that he means people in general.
Liberals.
I think that the mob, meaning like, you know, in general, there's a lot of people that are in opposition to Trump. So I think that that's what he meant by the mob. I don't think that it had anything to do with race or color or anything like that. I just think he meant like the masses. Mm-hmm. The masses are against Trump. So you can't make him change his opinion or how he feels about a situation, even if that means going against the masses, is what I took that to mean.
Yo, Ian, you alive, dog?
I'm alive, my nigga.
Just making sure.
I look at it, there's a lot of people before Trump came to power and all that, there's a lot of fucking people who hate Kanye. And, you know, whether it be arrogance or whatnot, or that he married a fucking Kardashian, there's no reason for the hate. You know, he's a little out there. He thinks differently. Maybe now you can see, maybe there's going to be a lot of people who don't fuck with you anymore for, you know, somewhat a reason. But I think that's where the masses comment came from. There's a lot of people who hate Trump, you know, just for what he says. And I think he just feels he relates because even though it might not be the same people hating him, you know, there's still a big group of people who are just going to jump on his back no matter what the fuck he says. They're just waiting for a reason to be able to retaliate towards him. And, you know, and just spread their bullshit for whatever reason. Like, I think that people aren't allowed to have an opinion that is not popular anymore. It's fucking done. You can't have an unpopular opinion. That's how Trump ended up becoming president. No one thought he was going to fucking win. Why? Because everyone saw how badly they were getting bashed for being a Trump supporter. So they all shut the fuck up. And when they showed up was to vote. And now that's the reason why he's the president. All the liberals went ahead and said, fuck it, there's no way he's going to win. I'll stay home. And in the same lines that I was for 2 elections in a row in Pine Hills, where those shits were packed, hour and a half waits to be able to vote for Obama. Guess what? Those shits, it was a 5-minute wait. It was a 5-minute wait in and out. And that shit was dead all fucking day because I kept on running by there throughout the day. And no one showed up. So that's a pretty big reason on what the fuck he's talking about.
I think that goes for anybody that goes against the grain, no matter what, you know, part of life that you're in. Anybody that does something a different way than the majority or says something different than the majority, they're always going to, you know, have something to say about them, jump on their back, be negative any sort of way or fashion until that person aligns with everyone else's thoughts and ideals.
And I, you know, looking at it, you know, how just the whole situation, and I'll just state for the beginning that I've always been a fan of Kanye, the music, the person, everything. Like, I don't agree with everything he says, you know, but I'm not supposed to, you know what I mean? Everybody has a different way of thinking. But, you know, I kind of put this into like a business side, okay? If we had a business and we had a think tank about an idea or process, and we're all in there having a, you know, conversation, the person that's saying no this, no that, kills the creativity right away. You're not open to anything. You're not allowing a thought process to manifest into anything better or bigger. And I feel nowadays, especially with you guys talking on it, that is what's happening. Twitter, social media. You know, if I'm running my business and I decide to do something different, nobody's going to grill me because I'm not under the light. He's under everything. And I get his words are powerful. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, I think his real message is to get people to think differently. And again, we're not saying follow this, follow that. Just open your mind to think. You know, sometimes, you know, I remember Ian was going through stuff and he just would start watching videos, look at this, and he changed in how he thought, what he believes in, everything. And the reason I'm speaking on that is because I've known Ian for a very long time. So who I knew as when I first met him to the individual he is today, I know why he thinks of, you know, looks at things differently. And, you know, when you grow up, when you're your own individual, you have to think on your own process. Everything I say, Harold probably doesn't agree with, Posh might not agree with, but y'all still my niggas. Y'all not throwing me to the wolves. Do I say wild, outlandish shit all the time? Ask Lemmy. Yep. But, you know, we still are cordial. We'll still are cool. And that's what people forget sometimes. Like, open up your mind. Try to understand where somebody's coming from. I get it. He says wild shit, and that's what happens. Those people attack that one thing because all the other shit. I was going through his timeline, bro. Yo, you couldn't attack shit like, if your foresight is incredible, stay stubborn to your vision. We have freedom of speech, but we don't have freedom of thought. People are not attacking the stuff that makes so much sense that he's saying, but as soon as he says one little thing, it's the world we live in today. Let's attack this motherfucker. Rah, 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 rah. And it stops us from being creative and doing different things. And I think that is really what I got out of all of this is that, you know, we all have situations in life. he had a mental breakdown, whatever you want to call it. I think we've all been to a point in our lives where we look at shit and go, all right, maybe I need to reassess what I'm doing with my life or do things differently or think differently or look at why the way I'm thinking might not work, maybe tweak, etc. And all the other shit that people get into, like social media and how other people feel about them, just sides all your shit and pushes you to a different direction to where you don't know who you are as an individual. And then now they want to bring you down to where they know they don't know who the fuck they are. So they attack you as such.
And he said it's not about thinking differently. It's about thinking for yourself. Yep. Stop having all your thoughts based on what someone else feels, based on what someone else is going to think. Because if they truly fucked with you, then it wouldn't matter what you say. They understand where you're coming from. And like Trev said, they're not going to throw you to the fucking wolves. On social media, I post whatever the fuck I want. Why? Because out of all those people that follow me, I don't know who the fuck they are. If they block me, if they go ahead and delete me off their page, I don't give a fuck. The same people that I fuck with from day one are gonna still be there. Yep. And he said he didn't have he didn't go. What did you say about his mental breakdown? He said it was a mental breakthrough. And that was powerful, man. And then there was another line in there that stuck with me the most, where he said, "Communication is the most overrated form of communication out there. There's so many other ways, and if you're only judging him based on what he says and not the actions that he actually does or actually takes, then you really don't know that person and you really don't care about that person. These people don't give a fuck about Kanye. The people who give a fuck about Kanye are his family, his close friends, and that's pretty much it. Maybe some core fans, but how many people are you really going to cry for if they died? Kanye died tomorrow. I'd be upset, but you know what? I'm not going to cry about it. He's not that close to me to be able to have that type of emotional attachment to.
I feel it.
So you shouldn't jump on him over that.
For the people, if you do more for people than just create music and other things, then yeah, I guess you would touch more, people in a way where you're like, damn, we lost a real good one. But at the end of the day, I still feel that you still got to watch the words you say. At the end of the day, you feel me? Like, and he's smart enough he's a genius, you feel me? You should know. And coming from where you coming from, at the end of the day, bro, like I can't keep on saying end of the day, I'm sorry. But it just pisses me off a little, the fact that he just said that. Even though it's that one little line.
What are you referring to?
The part of slavery.
And what was said?
What did he say again? How did he say
this? This is what I'm saying about Kanye. Like, first of all, when I first heard the initial interview, the first thing that popped in my head was the Charlemagne interview. First thing that came in my head, I was like, damn, this Gemini ass nigga. And like, for those who are Gemini or those who are even remotely into, horoscopes and things of that nature, like, I think that they will understand what that statement even means. A Gemini is known for being, I guess the best way people really say it is two-faced, but it's not that they're two-faced. It's just that they have different facets of them. They're really complex people. And for me, like, my mother's a Gemini, my sister's a Gemini, my best friend is a Gemini, my boyfriend is a Gemini. When we look back into even hip-hop history, Tupac was a Gemini. He was one of the most outspoken, people of his time, that he was looked at in a way like, this nigga's crazy because of the things that he said. But I don't think that it was necessarily crazy. I think that it goes back to what we don't understand, we fear. Yep. And that's essentially what the man said. We are afraid because we don't understand it. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's wrong. Yeah. Even when he said that comment about slavery, I'm not going to roll with it only because we got a 3-minute fucking clip from TMZ. Yeah. They can chop and screw it, edit however the fuck they want to make it sound and look all for the hot take. So I'm not going to roll with that. But I think if I was to take it, let's say I was to step back from that actual comment and take it, let's say, into a different context. Slavery, we're enslaved in many different ways when you really think about it. Still. I have a regular fucking job in addition to my many other jobs. Why? Because I am enslaved to the fact that this paycheck is going to pay my mortgage. Versus if I don't sell this house at the end of the month, ain't shit going to get paid. I'm enslaved to a higher power if we really want to go there. So I think that what he meant by that is we were slaves by choice, maybe not literally, but I think even mentally, because there was a mentality. It was a conditioning that had somebody broken out of that mentality sooner, and had a revolution sooner, because eventually we were freed, right?
Yep.
Eventually the Civil War happened, and there's no more quote unquote, as far as like laws are concerned,
to be exact,
you know.
that's another story.
The point being is, I think that he meant that if that happened hundreds of years later, had there been somebody thinking differently
Where
a
could
lot
we be
sooner,
today?
it would have been handled a lot sooner and not hundreds of years later, is what I take away from it.
It was more, I took it as, it was, when you just look at it, it's a horrible fucking statement. But at the end of the day, how many slaves were there versus how many plantation owners and employees of the plantation and shit like that? Individual uprisings could have gone and happened. Would people have died? Yes. People would have fucking died.
People died
For
regardless.
the
It
cause.
did happen.
They would have died for the cause of going ahead and freeing their individual plantations, freeing their individual states, and so on and so forth. It was a hard fucking decision. Nobody wants to die. Nobody really wants to be that martyr to be able to go ahead and give up your life for the next. But I think he's saying if it would have happened then, earlier on, then that's when it would have, a lot of change would have happened. And if you chose, or it was chosen for you not to make that uprising until 400 years later, 350 years later, however many years you want to go ahead and put on it, that's what I think he really, really, truly meant by it. And we just gotta accept his fucking thought. Like, it's a thought. That's pretty much all
Not
he has
only
to go
that,
with
but
it.
even going back to what you were saying when Trump was running for presidency and how nobody really had that belief that he was going to make it. You know why he made it at the end of the day, though? Because he was saying shit so outrageous that people obviously felt, but didn't want to say out loud.
I knew he was
That
gonna
was the
make it.
problem. It wasn't so much his message. It was the fact that the message resonates with people. And that's what got him into the presidency. And in a way, it reminds me of this very situation, because I think that it's not what he's saying. It's because of how he may be saying it that people are so like, oh my God, like they're scared. Oh, what is he saying? Or, oh no, this doesn't make sense. Like, he's such a genius. I love Kanye West. Like, I love his story. I love the fact that he's from Southside, and he even said it in the interview. This isn't about Trump being president. This is about Chicago. What can I do? I don't give a fuck if it was Obama, fucking Trump. If it was, that nigga might fuck around and be like, I don't care if it was Hitler.
Yeah.
If somebody was going to be able to fix Chicago because that's what I love, then that is the person I need to sit down with.
I really like understanding his perspective. Like, he's one of the artists that I'll sit down and watch interviews with, because I'm really not into that for some of the other stuff. But I think, it's kind of like reminds me of me. Sometimes when I talk, like, I need to really sit down and explain how I feel, because what I initially stated didn't give as much as people need. And I get that from Kanye, and that's why I'm the same way. I'll wait to see that whole interview about the slavery comment, due to the fact that, for what we saw was only a snippet. Again, more could come out by the time this drops. But,
Wasn't it on TMZ Live though? Like the whole episode.
Yeah, I didn't see. I missed
So
all
yeah,
that.
on TMZ Live, it was actually. I think we were on our way here by then, so it wouldn't have shown. Even the reaction from one of the castmates of there, he was fucking furious.
Which is understandable.
And it's
totally.
it's truly understandable, because everyone is going to read what he has to say differently.
There was a reactionary response, though.
Yeah, and can you fault him? No. Can you fault me for my reaction? Can you fault Posh for hers, or anybody in here? Everyone is going to have their own thoughts, and you know what? That's what keeps this
That
world
is what he
going.
wanted.
Thinking for your fucking
For
self.
people to
It's
think for
change easy.
themselves.
Huh?
It's change easy.
Hell no,
Absolutely
we
not.
had
It
8
is not
years of
easy.
supposed change, and nothing fucking changed.
And I didn't mean it for that. But what I'm saying is nothing with the change is easy. Everything is hard. People are majority of people, and this is the reason there's owners and there's workers, is because the difference between that individual that's going to make the change or make the tough decision to be uncomfortable for a month or two to reap the benefits, compared to somebody that says, nah, I just want to wake up, go to work, and come home. That's the biggest thing. Like, if you think about just that, and that's, like I said, what I took from it is, one of his tweets said, and I already stated it, but we have the freedom of speech, but not the freedom of thought. And that's really like resonated, because why can't I think the way I think? I mean, back in the day, people were running cults on some dumb shit, and they had massive followers.
What was his biggest line? Or one of his, not his biggest line, but one of his lines, there's leaders and there's followers. I'd rather be a dick than a swallower. Mm-hmm. It's that same concept. You can't be following people to your fucking death if you don't believe in it and you just want to be a fucking follower, dog.
If you're trying to, are you trying to help Chicago? Or are you trying to help your people?
See, again,
which one is he talking about? And if you're talking about the black community, my nigga, you're losing them by saying stupid shit like that.
Yo,
At the end of the day, like hardcore people that
y'all
are
focusing
into
in
your
on
culture.
one thing.
You feel me?
When you focus on one thing, when there's a bigger picture at hand, I get it. I totally understand it. Where the light isn't what it is, but at the end of the day, if there's
you
a
can't
bigger,
worry about the little people. I understand that,
but that's not necessarily the issue about little people. It's more or less about, I think it's a thought process. If everybody went out there and went and did their own research about shit, people be a lot smarter.
But here's the thing. People can say it's a thought, but it doesn't mean that it's an action. You can sit there and have a thought and be like, nah, that was a fucked up thought. The difference between that is this thing is Kanye West. He blew all of it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't hold it in.
If I say it, it's the 8 of y'all. He says it's the fucking 8 million people a day.
I'm not going to sit here and say
wants to
that.
listen.
I'm not going to sit here and say that Kanye is crazy. He's definitely
definitely
not crazy.
You
He's
feel,
a genius.
Everything you guys are saying.
He's a genius in his own right. I think that people are making reactionary comments based on what he's saying. I do think that his thoughts are incomplete and people don't take a deeper look into what he's actually saying, like what we're doing right now. Mm-hmm. And what a lot of people don't know about his relationship with Trump is that, yeah, he met with Trump, but it wasn't to say like, oh, black people should side with Trump. He met with Trump to see about Chicago, what Trump's going to do for Chicago. And what Trump told him, I don't know what happened in the meeting, what he said,
So
what he didn't say.
Do that with Obama?
He did. He
So what
did.
happened? Nothing else.
Y'all gonna find out all
You know
this
what?
shit.
That's
To be honest with
exactly
you-
the point.
Hey,
that
to
he
be honest
was.
with you, right now, because I read a lot of news throughout the day, and maybe shit that's not good for what's raw, but outside of that, it's still news. Chicago's murder rate is down 14 months in a row. So almost for the last year and a half, it's actually going down. But then to see the crazy amount of fucking the numbers that it's actually at right now, it's still like
insane.
it went from, I don't know, 42 deaths, and they said down 20% to 35. I'm like, shit, 35
That's a
deaths
lot
in the
of
month of
fucking
April.
people.
It's trending down, but it was so fucking high
Right.
that it really doesn't seem like anything's really
They
happening
have
right now.
multiple a day, bro.
But they got some wild shit going on right now.
do.
They hired in the last year probably like 1,500 more cops, for the city. They have some like early detection shit that actually is going to go ahead and I guess through these cameras actually go ahead and check it. They got fucking police readers on the or license plate readers on the cop cars now to be able to go ahead and see if cars were recently jacked, and it'll do some weird electronic shit that when it's looking at those cars, it'll be able to tell if that car has been reported for being stolen or shit like that. They're putting money in the city to save it, but it's really, really fucking tough to be able to get that number down. It's fucking wild.
License.
What happened?
Like suspended license, I believe also. Like if you're
Of course.
Yeah, it's gonna hit that tag, yeah.
But to complete my thought on what I said earlier, to piggyback off of what Trev and Grizz said, the difference between leaders and followers are that leaders are comfortable with being uncomfortable. Followers are comfortable with being comfortable.
Yep.
And Kanye is going into that uncomfortable zone and trying to show others how to reach into that zone to be leaders themselves. Yep. He's only trying to get people to follow them, to follow him, to think outside of the box. That's it.
You know what, though? I did say in accordance to that, though, outside of the Trump shit, also part of that interview, he treaded very, very lightly on what he said in regards to Jay-Z.
Yep.
Like, at those particular questions, he kind of seemed, I don't know, like, very, like, timid and scared
That's what
to
it
be
was.
able to answer those questions. Did you not notice that?
It was respect.
Like, that was
I
a
think
different
it was-
Kanye.
I think he had to. What I took off that is that he was honing his emotions, even though he gave us a little bit. But I think he was trying to not go Kanye on the situation. 'Cause
Yeah, that made it-
at the
it
end
looked
of the
like
day,
very
just,
uncomfortable.
If Ian didn't come to my wedding, that's my brother. You know what I mean? Like, I would feel some type of way, and obviously I would have told him something about it. And I understand where he came from, because I don't always necessarily do that. That's a fault of mine, that, like, if I'm mad about something, I don't necessarily always bring it up. You know what I mean? And what I've learned through therapy and other shit is you get it off your chest and be done with it. Because when you fester that shit or let it fester is where it becomes issues, and, kind of like what he had to deal with figuring out his breakthrough. But I still... hella supporter of Kanye for sure. Again, man, like I said, even if we look at the business sense, y'all might have a boss y'all hate, but does he make y'all money? Or y'all might work with somebody you might not like everything that happens, but do they make you money? Or you know what I mean? Are they not borderline doing anything crazy that's gonna cost you your brand or whatever the case may be. As long as it's not something in that light, then it's nothing wrong just to change up and maybe look at situations different. Don't mean you got to go that way, but at least understand. Like, when I have a problem in business, I have to look at it and see where we failed. I can't just say, she messed up on a call. I got to break all that down, figure it out, and then guess what? If I have to implement something new to make sure this doesn't happen again, it has to be done, and everybody's going to hate it. But guess what? I can't allow money to fall through the system because everybody wants to do shit the same way. And I know, that kind of off track, but I mean, I feel like it kind of plays in with some of this when it comes to thought process and how you think.
At the end of the day, when this music drops, all will be forgotten. I'm
We'll be
just
like,
keeping
I
it
don't know.
100.
I don't know if it'll be forgotten, but damn it, he's getting some fucking advertising power from
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
Everybody is talking about it, whether it's us or whether it's the white folk talking about, yeah, we got Kanye in the draft. Motherfuckers are talking about it, dog.
That's-
It's
But
Chappelle
that's
Show all
something he's
over
good
again.
for. He's good for making his appearances, getting the buzz, and then ding, right back home like ain't shit happened.
Yeah.
So the next
I
album.
just feel like sometimes what is the worth though? I still feel like choice of words, man. Feel me? Even if you're trying to do a lot, your choice of words.
He's still going to make money.
You could do a lot yourself. You feel me? Like by making the effort. If nobody don't see you making that effort doing it, it's like no one's
but
gonna
you
believe
always
you.
need a team, bro.
Kim's going to
Nobody's
drop
done
a nude
anything by
selfie and it's
themselves.
going to be over.
You need a team, man. But hey, there's plenty of people that got it from the ground up, man. Whether they were pastors or people like Malcolm X or whatever the case.
But they had a team still.
even if they had a team.
Yeah, everybody's had a team, bro. You can't show me one person that did everything by themselves.
All right, so he doesn't have a team.
Who?
Kim.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm trying to tell
he
you
had
on that
hella
situation,
support coming up.
you're making it seem like he's going to run up in Chicago with AKs and say, "Stop the violence." That's not going to work.
It's not about, but what can you do to create something to get
Him talking
get out
to
of
Trump
that?
is literally him talking to the most powerful man in the fucking world.
That point.
The president of the United States is the most powerful man in the world.
That's the only reason why he met with him, bro. Only
For the
reason.
last how many fucking 100 years? It's a long current moment. How is it? We got opposition from the crowd. Besides Putin, there's no one stronger than that man. No one has more power than that man. He might have little puppets here, but that
Well, shit, we're
office
about to
is the
get into
strongest.
some of that right now.
What happened?
You want to break down this South and North Korea?
Sure, we can go ahead and break that down.
Because I'm sure we'll talk about Trump a little bit in here.
Yeah. Well, at this point, without bringing Trump into it, North Korea and South Korea have agreed to terms to be able to go ahead and end their war. Of course,
By the end of the year.
how Trump plays into it is before it actually goes down, not only does the actual United States and China have to be involved, but it's going to go ahead and do it. Lemmy's over here laughing because he read something on eastwakanda.com.
We need to give this man a fucking mic.
But outside of that,
Lemmy's corner.
that's actually what's reported in the news. What?
No, I said Lemmy's corner.
He needs a mic.
Oh, Lemmy's corner.
Yeah, like where he can do his
He
afterthoughts.
gets so heated when we talk about anything besides Pop Tarts and
Well, he's
pussy
into
farts.
politics, so I think that's why he's
If we
animated.
record
Well, that's what I'm
these
saying.
after shooting, like,
Yeah, like afterthoughts, that would be
conversations,
great.
oh my
Yeah,
God,
to be
bro.
honest with you, do I think it's like a huge fucking mock-up? To be honest, I think it's all bullshit. He's got some nukes that we're going to be like, oh, it's free over there, and then he's going to blow some shit up. Hell yeah.
So you think
that's
it's a
what I
smoke screen?
honestly think is
You
going to
think
happen.
who's going to do that?
North Korea.
Okay.
Kim Jong-won or whatever the fuck his name is at this point.
King Pong, Ping Pong.
No, I was actually close to his name. You just fucking butchered it. But yeah, so I really think that's some fucked up shit's going to come out of it. But at least that's what they're showing in the media right now. It keeps a lot of people in, say, Guam and Hawaii. Maybe it brings down a little bit of their resistance because they're not afraid of a nuke coming up their ass anytime soon. But that's what's out there.
Or do you
Thoughts?
think it's that bad of a financial crisis in North Korea that they need the help of South Korea? Famine.
Yeah, that shit's been going on for years, though, bro.
Yeah,
Long
but
time.
maybe he just finally I can't do it anymore. I need help.
That guy is, you think Kanye's a fucking genius? This guy's a real genius.
Yeah.
That guy is super duper smart, well educated. He's not just gonna buckle, to South Korea, out of all places to be able to do it. He's trying to unite it. They had some good memory, but he's way too smart for that. Food will get solved by not having to break a war with South Korea. So
And it doesn't stop like right away. I mean, obviously they're starting to take things away. I don't know if you guys know this, but at the border they had speakers that were blaring a whole bunch of like old school propaganda shit from or I don't remember. I don't want to butcher it, but I'm thinking that's wild as fuck, bro. Just blaring some straight shit from the old days. But man, look, since 1950, nothing's been able to be done as of yet. Obviously, where we're at with the nuclear situation with North Korea, as long as everything works out like it's supposed to. I also, when it comes back to Trump, I just think Trump has been one of those guys that's just like, I'm not the one.
The nigga's a fucking Gemini,
he's
bro.
just saying
that
I'm not the one. You know what I mean?
Shit.
And I think
you don't know what Trump you're getting.
I think the other crazy motherfucker on the north side is like, yeah, you're right. All right, I'm gonna fall back till Kanye comes or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think he understands. Yeah, I don't know if I want these problems.
So you think he called his bluff?
I don't know, man. I think people are understanding. Like, that war shit is like. Is it really that serious anymore? You know what I mean? When you go back and look at why they did what they did, they fought wars for almost 3 years, and then they did what was it? They put they pretty much put everything on hold. No shooting, and they've been like that ever since '53. So, I think it's a good movement. I mean, because look where the majority of the world has gone from those days, compared to where you got a few people having issues. And I think if we can slowly, fix that, I think it obviously makes the world a better place. Did you see Moon Jae-in was stating that President Trump should win the Nobel Peace Prize because of that?
That would be right in line with Hitler winning it.
That's funny. That's so funny. You know what I think about? I was thinking about when we were talking about this, though, is that, Trump says some fucking crazy shit, but if we look at 4 years, right, and he's done X number of things, minus build a wall, I mean, would people look at that and say that he did more than the last few? I mean, this is a pretty decent win that they chalk up under him if it goes down like it's supposed to by the end of the year.
He still got a few more years before I consider this a win. There's a lot of bombs that need to get thrown away and a lot of motherfucking invasions to make sure there's not shit there. Mm-hmm. This is going to go out for a long, long time because I think the collusion between China, Russia, and North Korea is
only going to get worse. End of it.
It's only going to get worse.
Term.
This shit's not getting better anytime soon. This is a fucking Band-Aid compared to what is really going down with those actual major powers. North Korea is just like the little crazy cousin that's going to come along, and while we're paying attention to those big motherfuckers fuck shit up. So, well, that's we still got a lot of time. It's like Kanye unraveling itself, except this one's going to last way longer.
For sure. All right, well, let's get into some
I had no idea that this podcast was like so pro-Trump. I'm sitting here like, oh shit.
It's not pro-Trump. It's just like it's breaking down the information.
Kidding. Not that I support Trump, but I'm just saying it was funny, guys. No?
So who saw the new Avengers movie?
I did not.
It's a great fucking movie.
I still haven't seen Black Panther.
I'm not speaking on it. I'm quiet as fuck today.
Yo,
Y'all
shout
really
out. Hold on. We're going to give everyone a couple seconds to walk out the room. If you like MJ, you can walk out the room and we'll
I'm
talk
sorry.
on it.
I mean, I don't go to the movie like that. Damn,
Lex,
everybody's leaving for real.
that bitch and walk out, you can go too.
Golly.
Yo, MJ, you got 10 seconds before we start talking about the Avengers.
I don't go to the movies.
I don't want to fuck it up for nobody who's into comic books. I don't got 5, I don't know.
4,
Lex,
3,
like for real, I don't go to the movies, dog.
1. Guess what, guys?
Man, there was what's his name said that already though.
Who?
There's an interview with the guy.
Yeah, with Bruce Banner. He said that shit.
He said that shit.
Yeah.
They were like,
the information is out there.
Let's talk about the movie, Chris.
So, like, dude,
the movie was great for all the Marvel heads out there. You kind of knew what was coming. I mean, how many movies y'all gonna watch with some positive ending shit? Like, this is Marvel and this is comics where motherfuckers died daily or every episode.
You know what? Everyone was used to the Black Panther ending where everyone was like, "Oh shit, we're moving to Wakanda." Yeah. No, guess what? Wakanda is almost no more.
Yo, somebody's like,
"Yo, the nowhere to move, my brother. It's done."
Yeah, somebody was like, "Yo, the Black Panther died."
How they kill? What's his name?
I went. And everybody died.
Warmonger.
Killmonger? Yo, that hurt. That actually hurt.
I was like, yo,
that was my favorite character in all of Black Panther.
Shit they fucking did. That's the realest nigga in the motherfucker.
He was my favorite character in the whole fucking movie. I am actually getting a fucking grizzly bear tattoo cover up, and he's gonna have the Killmonger mask on. That's how fucking excited I was about
So,
Killmonger. That
all the
was
black
that
people
fucking
died?
dude. What?
All the black
Everybody
people
dies.
died?
Everybody dies.
Well, in this
Yo,
one, well, not
pew,
everybody dies.
pew,
What happens is there's a
everybody
snap of
going
the
down.
finger,
You're right.
and half of the entire world dies. So guess what? When Iron Man lives, Black Panther dies. When should we
Almost
keep
all
on
of
going?
yeah, I would just stop.
The
You made your
heartbreaking.
point.
And by this time, guess what? This show will be aired Sunday. You had 2 full weekends to be able to watch it, fans. So don't come in here and say that we spoiled anything for you, okay?
Go support Marvel.
Go ahead and support
But
Marvel.
it was a great movie. It was a little slow to start off, but they have to build it up. You know what I mean? It's a 2-part series, so they had to build it up, which I think they did a good job.
I think they did a great
They had
job.
quite a bit of, and it was my first time at the 4D theater.
Yeah, how'd you like that?
Harold put us onto.
Oh, that shit is dope.
It's wild, man, but I don't think I could go watch every movie there.
No,
but
it's not
it, wa-
for
it
everyone.
was,
no, not
it was,
for every movie.
Yeah, it was cool.
So the seats move and shit?
Bruh, it's
That,
look,
the
this is how I
sound
say
effects,
it.
all
It's
that.
the Spider-Man ride in a what do you call it? Where do they shoot films?
And a movie set.
Damn,
In a
that's
movie
wild.
set. That's what it is, bro.
It's
I'm
like-
talking about the helicopter's landing and they're outside and you feel all that wind. The
What?
shit was
Whoa.
dope.
Yeah, and when water sprays, you get hit with the
Dog,
water.
You're doing this. The helicopter's
If
landing
they're
and you're like,
fighting, you feel that shit.
Yeah,
on your
when they're
back.
That's
fighting,
awesome,
like in
bro.
Black Panther,
Yeah.
when they punched each other,
Yeah,
you
you
felt
feel
the
it.
need in the chair.
Wow.
It's like a fucking live action.
How much
you
was
can't
that
go there
ticket?
with food. 25
Yo, the
bucks.
funniest
Oh,
thing,
it's not
the
bad.
funniest thing was I went with a friend and they said, "Watch these rookies over here." Because they came in with a tub of popcorn. You know, in the beginning of Black Panther, T'Challa's jumping out of the plane, going down to where his the love of his life is. Yo, all you saw was these people's popcorn flying everywhere and shit like that. They didn't have nothing.
That's
and I was like,
hilarious.
thank God I didn't go ahead and do that.
You know, they gave you a teaser for the Jurassic Park movie coming out because of some of them they didn't, you know, obviously the previews they didn't do them all, but when that one came on, they gave you a sneak peek of what that's gonna feel
was
like.
that did they do the scene where they were falling into the water?
Yeah,
That was part of the teaser?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
So I
That's
think that's the next one I'll probably go watch. But
Damn,
it's not
so even
gonna
the
be-
previews too?
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
actually-
the ones that they molded around.
I actually wore my
that's
Deadpool
awesome.
jacket today because outside of Give a May and all that, it is motherfucking Deadpool month.
Yeah.
So we got to get ready for that because
Deadpool's
Is
gonna be
Deadpool in
dope.
that movie too?
No.
this one, no. They haven't been able to, they got to buy all the rights from everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what they're doing
sorry,
is
I'm
they're
not up on
acquiring,
my
they're
Marvel
So
shit.
acquiring,
back in the day, Marvel sold portions of Marvel. So X-Men
Oh, that's
sold
why you
to
haven't
Fox.
seen them. Okay, got it.
yeah.
and Spider-Man was
Same
to
page.
Sony.
So, what's happening in June or July? The merger's finally going through.
Oh.
There was a big merger. So they're saying that this Thanos snap, where it
We'll
wiped
bring
out the
everyone
world,
else in.
when everyone comes back in the future movie, because there's going to be a flip to bring everyone back, that's how they're going to be able to reintroduce X-Men into the world. That's how they're going to be able to reintroduce Silver Surfer, Deadpool, all
is dope.
those. So this is
Nice.
kind of like
Because X-Men's huge in Marvel, bro. I don't care what nobody says. I hate when I don't get to see them
Yeah.
together, bro. Because
So,
X-Men was about it, bro.
right now they're living 2 separate universes, really living
Yeah.
in the same place. This snap is pretty much, a lot of
And Sony was
conspiracy-
tired of losing, so that's why they still own it, but they got back with Marvel Studios.
Got it.
Yeah. So if they merge,
So that
we
Venom
have a
movie later this
potential.
year.
We have a potential of X-Men and Avengers coming through
That's gonna be
together.
wild.
And Hugh Jackman said that if that shit went down, that he'd come back to be
Okay,
Logan
then I
or,
go to the movies,
or
yeah.
Wolverine,
I'd go
however
and
form
watch
they
that
want to
shit.
bring him back. And that's how real this shit is. There's so much money. You think they're gonna fucking end? They already got Homecoming 2 planned. They already got Black Panther 2 planned. You think they're gonna fucking kill T'Challa and fucking Tony Parker? Or not Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
Tony Stark.
No, Parker. What's it?
Oh,
Peter Parker?
Peter Parker.
Yeah,
you think they're
sorry.
gonna go ahead and kill him off? Fuck out of here.
After
Those are
Sony
2
just made a
huge
grip.
movies. Are you fucking crazy? So,
Mad random, but isn't there like a Marvel, like a park in Dubai? They were like merging with Disney, and they were gonna have like a theme park for Marvel characters.
Oh, I never heard of that.
I know
That'd be
Disney
pretty
was
fly.
supposed to do it, but it's not happening because Universal just read
Yeah,
up on
Universal still has their
what was it?
contract.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm not
they-
sure that it was supposed to be here. I read that there was a theme park coming, and it was out there in Dubai.
Yeah.
Well, they got money. They could build whatever the fuck they want over there.
that. Yeah, shit was dope though. If you haven't checked it, sorry we spoiled it for you, but go watch that.
Yo, are they gonna come back into the room?
Yo, so Pornhub.
Oh shit!
I think we need Raw XXX Change channel on.
bound chicken
Pornhub.
wow wow.
A new Facebook group.
Hey,
You
right?
know what?
We break
Shit,
them off.
yo.
We break them
Facebook
off some
page
bread.
be
Yo, we got a
lit.
couple 6'5" black motherfuckers in here. Y'all might be able to make some good money for us, guys. Fucking those tree trunks have got to be good for something,
Nah,
right?
not on camera,
Hey,
bro. Nah, not today.
Give them a get to fuck somebody on the Raw Exchange podcast. But
shit.
it's going to be
Not
taped
named
for
Reggie
money
B.
purposes.
For Pornhub.
Listen,
For Pornhub purposes, guys, we're gonna go ahead and
I'm
for
correct,
real,
'cause
what's
your
raw
feelings will get
is now
hurt.
gonna change, and it's gonna be who's raw, and you're gonna be able to see different castmate fucking bitches raw on rawexchange.com.
No latex.
I mean,
That's
no
100%
latex.
Nina and I are
Straight
accepting
spit.
applications.
I'm not.
Hey,
Marcus and
I'm
Nina's
going to
corner.
church. I'm getting my life
Marcus and Nina's
together.
corner. For the chicks that want to get into the.
Shit.
We're accepting
We
applications
can call
right
that
now.
Triz name.
Hey, I'm
Listen,
with
all
it.
it took was one time, and look at him.
He don't know what to do. Yo, how
Nah.
was that conversation on the ride back home?
Oh, it was gravy.
It was great.
Yeah.
Man, I was mortified for her.
Yeah, she was cool with it. I told her
Dog, when
beforehand.
you said, yeah, and then
She
she,
was playing
just
with
started
herself in the
playing.
car?
No, do it in Marcus' voice. Do it in Marcus' voice. What Nina said.
About
But Marcus
About
voice.
Nina playing with
But then
herself
she
in
just
the car.
started playing with herself in the car. Do it in Marcus' voice.
yeah. Oh my
Can we
God,
get
that
that in
was
Marcus'
awful.
voice?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, get in character.
So like we were getting pulled over in like Lake Nona because you know my car is all blacked out, including
like
the
black
headlights. So when I got pulled over, he's like, and Nina, she was pulling her pants up. She was playing with herself. I was
Sorry,
like,
babe. She
oh
she was playing with the pussy.
my God.
It's edible.
I didn't know what to do with my face, and that rarely fucking happens. For me not to have something to say, I was like,
I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die. He's gonna die tonight.
I thought that was it for you.
I was so
Yeah.
high.
I was like,
You saw
grand
her
opening,
face. That
grand
shit was
closing.
so fucking red. I'm like, he's gonna die.
I was so high. I didn't know what the fuck I said.
yeah, you kept saying that. I'm so schmizzed. I'm so sorry, babe.
So have you guys gotten any more threesome offers since then?
Yeah, too.
What?
Two, right? From the
you
show?
guys are gonna be fucking swingers.
And are
now
you
or
guys
something?
willing
you
to
booked
put
for
those
the
on
month of
Raw
May?
Exchange?
I mean, we didn't set it up. I mean, but
Nice.
It's coming?
yeah.
Is it coming off the Facebook
Pause.
page?
No.
He came 4 times.
4 times.
Four times.
4 nuts later.
4 times.
But you know, he said 4 hours, but then he kind of said, you
One
know,
nut
after
per
hour
hour.
3, they
Yeah.
had the last hour to themselves. But that was cool, though.
Oh, yeah. So I did do 2 in 1 hour then.
You know
Nice.
what? God.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, dog.
Eat
I
your
guess maybe I
oats.
got to
Thank
start
you.
drinking Hennessy.
No, it's the
more.
Hennessy.
Patron.
I'm telling you.
They
I'm
have
telling
this
you, the
porridge.
Hennessy.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Yo, he started
Damn,
fucking
dog.
spitting clear at that point.
Dog, what?
What?
Like, I just
he ran out of fucking sperm. It was just clear.
Yeah.
Damn it,
Probably
guys.
just
Sorry.
had air, nigga.
And I did the
What?
hit.
I'm about to go.
Oh, shit.
Shit would just probably be
Shit
blood.
flutters off into the atmosphere.
That is some fucking interesting shit right
Oh,
there.
man, that's
I
a
was
great
so
night.
proud of you, dog.
This nigga
I was
shot
so
vapor.
proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
my
so we
God.
Nigga vaping with his dick.
you wild, bro. So we got a new
Do I smell
segment.
Hennessy?
Well,
I
that
need
would
some
be
more.
coming from Pops.
Hey, that's that nigga's.
Yo,
what was that?
chill. I'm
What was
actually
the
sober
Care Bears?
today.
I drank their gummy bears. I drank their goom 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 goom.
Oh, my God.
And then give me the Hennessy. Goom. Oh shit, I'm ready for 4 more hours, my nigga.
That
Yo,
nigga
for real,
fucked to
after
March
that story,
Madness.
I went and bought
cannot.
like 5 bottles of Henny. I don't even drink that shit.
And you know what? When he
They're
talked
just
about
there.
playing music, I'm like, this nigga's gonna say he listen to Future.
Of
Yeah, I
course.
already know
What?
it.
Come on.
That's how you got him twerking, right?
Yeah.
So
Why
Wow.
you stick your tongue out though, bro?
I was taking
it's like you put your mouth on the mic, nigga.
Yo, he started playing Rich Sex and got it on. He's like, baby, let's
Nigga
put some
licked-
romantic
That
on
was
Rich
like
Sex.
that was like MB when he was drinking a straw when we found out he had a girlfriend.
No, MB, how MB was
No,
on that
with the
titty
titty.
at shots.
Whoa.
I almost when I was out there the other day, I almost did a video just to shoot. Hey, MB, this is how you should have done it.
Oh,
But I
Well,
was
we
like,
were
I'm
planning
gonna-
on doing that. I was gonna on Sunday. I was gonna do a titty shot, and I was gonna have Posh do a dick shot, right? And the bar was so fucking packed over there. I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm going to Arrow. I'll see you in a little while. But yeah,
Yeah,
she was.
I remember
But I'm
running
telling her,
into
she had to
him
go
there.
full stroke on that bitch. Like I had it whole planned out, but it didn't work out. Shout out to Lou. Your club is pretty popping at this point.
Nice.
Lou was the beginning of the end. Now that I think about it, he was the one that started it. Because after brunch,
You got to be careful.
I
with
went
Lou,
to
bro.
meet up with him because he did the same thing at our outing that one time with the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
He started that shit. I went up to him because I wanted to talk some business with him, and then he's like, "Oh, let's do a shot." So I was like, "I bet." I don't know what he handed me, but I was like,
No,
one
he handed
shouldn't
us
hurt.
4 horseman shots.
And
They were disgusting.
no, but when I met him on Sunday at Shots,
Oh, this time.
yes.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
that
what
was
it was, but I
disgusting.
figured one wouldn't hurt, and it was just all downhill from there.
Yeah, when I
what
saw
happens.
you, she was like, "You're like, hi." Then you turn right back to the bar. I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm out of here. Fuck this place. This looks dangerous."
All right,
It
man.
was bad.
You
Let's
still
get
owe a dick
into.
shot, though.
We got a new segment that we're popping out. Like we all told you, we have a pretty cult-like Facebook group with all the Raw Nation family, and so we're gonna start a new segment called Raw Exchange Facebook Discussion of the Week.
Oh God!
Man.
This one is brought to you by Maurice Hinds. Thank you for that.
Shout out Maurice.
And his question was, how did your parents find out you were having sex?
Anybody want to go first?
Yeah, I'll start this off. I'll get my ass out the way. My
Pause.
parents were divorced, so they both, I guess, found out differently. But when it came to my mom, it's funny. I called her for the show. I'm like, Mom, we never, because I'm really close with my mom. But I was like, Mom, we never had no conversation about when I started fucking, did we? And she was like, No, it was one of those things like needed no basis, and I didn't need to know. So I was like, that's why you my G. And my dad, I would say Jamaica. I'm gonna just leave it at that. That's what you say, and that's probably when he figured out I was fucking.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
My mom figured that out when I got expelled for getting head.
Yeah.
It's pretty
That was
Wow, that
cut and
was-
dry.
Damn.
So, what was her reaction to it? Because right now you're 30 something, and she's still yelling at you on social media. So, how was that conversation when you were
To
actually
this
a kid?
day,
She took it quite well. I thought I was scared. You feel me? I didn't care. I was a G all the way up until they said they were
Nigga, you
call
could
my
answer the
mama.
phone? Shit, you're all right.
You feel me? Yeah. So she was just like, "How could you have your penis in a girl's mouth?" I'm like,
Just like you're
"You
gonna have it
really
in
want
two
me to
pussies.
answer that, mom?" You feel me? I know.
Well then.
I'm gonna hear
oh
it
man,
after the show.
With two women? That's nasty.
I'm Jamaican, Mom. Oh, I'm
know.
sorry.
You should have told her that was just that one time, Mom. It was 4 before.
my mom found a KY and condoms in my top drawer.
Is it that one when you went on your bicycle to go get it? It's that
Yeah.
same one? Oh, God.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what'd she say?
She was like, "Are you having sex with anybody?" I was like,
She wasn't like, why you got KY, dog? These bitches
I
pussy
know,
should be wet
right?
as fuck.
She made fun of it though.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah. She was like, she told my dad. She was,
And your dad came up in there like, my nigga.
Big ankle son of
How old
yours,
were you?
he's over there fucking with KY jelly.
How old were you?
what was I? 18. Yeah. I was a late bloomer.
Oh, okay. So you good though?
Yeah.
18, nigga. Shit, my rap at 18.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's why I say everybody's in different places.
But
Harold,
I got
Did your mom
caught
find it?
after.
after?
Yeah, because I had
you got caught.
not in the fact I got caught. Literally, my mom walked in
I
while
almost
she
got
was the
caught.
girl
That
was
was
buttoning her pants.
Has anyone ever been caught like
And
in
you
the act?
didn't tell her she was taking a piss? Or used the bathroom and walked in?
It was in the room with me laying down in my fucking boxers with my tank top on, my usual, fat nigga outfit when we fucking. And
Yeah, we gotta put that on sale, fat nigga.
that's our motherfucking
Or you
MO.
know you
That's our
about to fuck.
outfit. So she walked in and she gave that shocked face and then she completely walked the fuck out. And then I had to take the young lady home in my mom's car. My
Walk
mom
of
fucked up by
shame.
coming home early. That was her
Your
problem.
mom fucked up by coming home
Like, yo,
early.
she needs to be more fucking responsible and stay her whole shift. That's what she should have been doing,
Yeah,
to
the
be
fuck?
honest with you, dog.
Wow.
She was
You've never
right
left
there
work
at that
early?
point teaching me that I shouldn't have a fucking full-time job. That's why I only work 30 hours a week. So outside, outside of that, that's how
Life
she found out.
lessons.
And, we didn't have the conversation because she told my father, because my mom's pretty prudy. So she called my father and then my dad spoke to me about it. But he's a fucking hoe. So that shit didn't get too far. He was pretty
What did
excited
he
about it.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to say, like, what did he say?
Nah, he didn't say nothing. He's like, did you use protection? And I'm like, to be honest, no, because I lost the condom. So you might be a father after your first time having sex. And I'm like, quite possibly. Here we are 17 years later. I think I'm broken. So I've been doing it the right way ever since.
Wow.
Posh, When did your parents find out you busted it wide open?
I'm sure your dad was very thrilled.
What?
I'm sure your dad was very thrilled.
My dad was so mad that I didn't have a kid by 18.
I'm talking about her dad.
Okay.
It's not always about you.
Actually,
Sorry, MB makes it about you, but
MB knows where it's at.
My parents found that I was having sex because I was like, I'm pregnant.
dumb.
Yeah.
So you was good till then.
That's the difference between
Bitch,
having
fuck
a
you.
girl.
Don't talk to me like that. I know where you're going with that comment.
Come on, bro. You know I don't believe that 13
Where she got
points. So
the
get the fuck
13
out of
points
here.
at
I
from,
know.
right?
You still salty, but it's
I'm not
okay. You
salty, I
call
just-
bodies for the both of us.
Yeah,
you know what
there
I'm
you
saying?
go.
You a real team player.
Okay, down low.
Down low? Down
But
low
you know what? You know what? The
Down
game
low
was
points.
not about how many people you fucked. The game was about how many different situations you had been in.
That's true.
That's where even if you fucked one person or maybe four
But that's
people,
what I'm saying. But
you
he
could
still
have had the
wanna
whole
ride
fucking
You haven't
it
taken
out.
the test
What
yet.
was it,
Ian still
50?
needs to take the test.
Yeah.
Nah,
You
you
wanna take the test right now?
I didn't want to.
I'll take the test, but
I got that shit.
No, we're not gonna do that
No, we ain't
now.
doing that right now. Nigga.
I'm ready.
Just
Yo,
fucking put
let's-
perfect
hold
score
on,
and
why
that's
y'all
it.
so
He
ready
wins.
for me to take that?
You know what's crazy though? Like I look at it now, like I was 17 when I lost my virginity. I got pregnant, we got married, and then the rest was history, right? So like, damn it, man, I got a 14-year-old at home and I be thinking about it like
Have y'all talked about sex yet?
of course. And I told him if he whips it out, he'll go blind. So hopefully. No,
So
I'm
when he
kidding.
takes a piss, he's gonna figure out I ain't gonna blind yet.
I'm kidding. I've had that talk with him, but the talk that I've had with him is like more like,
Let me know if a bitch trying to get them.
so in the past, like I would say like maybe 2 years ago, he knows how I am. I'm overprotective about my kids. Fuck it. It is what it is. So my daughter was the one to tell me like, Mom, Junior likes this girl and blah, 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 and told me her name and what she looked like, right? So I showed up to the school. So I was like, point her out.
Oh,
So
shit.
Junior was like, no.
Point 'em
And then
out,
Alexa
point 'em
was
out.
like, oh, I think she's walking over there. So I told him, I was like, let me tell you something right now. I will walk over there and I'm going to smack the shit out of her if you tell me that you like her.
What?
You're my boy, goddamn.
So he was like, no, I don't like her anymore. Just don't hit her.
Damn.
This
you
is,
wild.
okay, but this
Scaring
is
the
my,
nigga away from bitches.
yo, listen, but
Golly.
this is, okay.
Yo, why are you
I
scaring
know-
him from, yo?
Listen.
Mom, I brought a guy home. Will
Listen.
that
All right,
work?
let me hear.
No,
Let me hear.
right?
Let me
I'm
hear.
about to say the same shit. I'm like,
No.
turn the nigga gay.
This
like,
is the difference. I mean, all jokes
Mom,
aside.
I didn't want your ass whooped, girl. So
No, all jokes aside, this is what I have to say. And I only say this because looking back in my life, I look at it as a parent. I have one job and one job only. My kids ain't here to be my fucking best friend. I'm not here to be my son or my daughter's best friend.
sure.
I don't even give a fuck if my kids like me, to be quite honest with you. My job in life is for my kids to love and respect me and for me to put them on. If nothing else in life, that is what my job as their mother is to put them on.
Yo,
so
tell
that
them to
if
chill, cuz.
I made a mistake at 17 years old, that mistake doesn't get reciprocated in my children.
Yeah, for
At
sure.
17 years old, I was graduating high school. I had a job. I was a piano teacher. Like, I was already having scholarships, and one mistake, which was not liking a boy, because there's nothing wrong with that. Those are feelings and that's natural. And that's what I tell them. But the act of going out and, you know what I'm saying? I like this
look on Maurice's
dad and
face right
having
now.
sex and not really being educated on sex. That one decision shaped the rest of my life. You understand? Where life could have been a lot differently today had I been able to go to school and do everything else versus having a kid and trying the family life.
Did you?
So my job in saying that is, I tell him, the girls are going to be there. I don't give a fuck about that. Just be careful with what you do, because one decision that you make at any given point in time can change the whole course of your life.
Stay
and
strapped.
if anybody else is here to tell you that, mom is here to tell you that. Get that bag. Go to school. Walk that stage. Make me proud. Make yourself proud. Give yourself that accomplishment, because regardless, the girls are going to be there. The girls are going to be there whether you a bum-ass nigga, unfortunately, and the girls are going to be there if you got a bag. The difference kind of is, it comes down to is the caliber of a woman. Do you want to fuck with a bum-ass bitch because you a bum-ass nigga? Or you want a bitch that's going to be able to bring something to the table too? That's what I tell my kids at the end of the day.
Can he fuck bitches and still get that bag?
No, you
Why
know,
not?
this is my theory on that. when you think about the fact that you were a teenager and everything else, and you first started getting pussy, or for me, I first started having sex, nigga, schoolwork kind of went out the window a little bit. Not in the sense that I was failing classes, but I didn't want to go to school
If I
anymore
didn't learn it when
I'd
the teacher
rather.
taught me, that was it.
If I felt like there were days I didn't want to go to school because I'd rather hang out with my boyfriend and do things like that. It's a distraction. Yeah. So that's why for me, it's like if you can hold off on that, do it. Not because
but that's more
it's
relationship
bad,
based,
but
right?
it's more like, yeah, but
because if you get in a relationship and he's with Shorty and then she starts fucking with his head and he's
But that's the type of
But if he's
nigga
just
my
fucking him
son
off
is.
and telling him peace.
My son is not like that. I could see that in my son. He's so not like that.
Did your parents educate you though?
My parents? I mean, they had
they
a
talk to you about
conversation
it?
with me,
Okay.
but they
Yeah,
didn't
dad
break
had
it
that
down
belt,
to
nigga.
like, you know, like, oh, birth control or condoms or whatever the fuck. It was like, you have sex, you're not supposed to have sex till you're married because that's what God says. If you do have sex, that's where
I'm
kids
gonna
come
die
from.
when I find out my girls are having sex, dog. I already know it. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
It's
I'm right there
different.
with you.
It's different
I'ma
with a
cry
girl.
like
When
a
I told my
motherfucker. And
parents
I'ma
that
wanna
I
whoop
was
that nigga's
pregnant,
I'm pulling up, dog. Hey, nigga, come here real quick.
This thoughts that you just
my
Dog,
dad
yo,
pulled out
yo.
a machete on my ex-husband. It was really fucking bad.
Dog, I'm just telling you right now, dog, because that's, you know, at the end of the day, dads and girls, bro, like, those are my babies, bro. And to know you fucking ramming your dick in my little baby, like, fuck you, nigga. Come here real quick. Hey, I don't know what happened to homeboy. He
it's
moved,
true.
baby.
Hey,
He moved.
Mr. G got
That's a
an AR.
mistake.
Don't fuck with his daughters.
Mom, I don't know why every boyfriend I have fucking disappears.
All right, man. Let's try to wrap this up. We got our segment for today is to vice or not to vice.
Oh shit, we still got
We still got that.
We still got a
Sorry,
main
Lemmy.
topic of the day.
Sorry, Lemmy, we love you.
Saturday.
Vice.
We good on Saturday, bro.
So
Not like
you gonna
Miami
love that
Vice's
price?
drink,
Yeah,
but actual
so-
Vice.
yeah, so vice
Vices.
is a moral failing or a bad habit. Traditional examples of vice include drinking alcohol, smoking tobacco, gambling, in-car games, shopping addictions. So do you all feel, if you're being true to yourself, do you have a vice?
Yes.
Or do you feel everybody has a vice?
I feel like everybody has a voice.
I would agree to.
I think that, yeah, I think that everybody has a vice. I think in the definition itself is great that you did that, because when I think first, you know what I'm saying? Like when I think of a vice, the first thing that comes to mind is
Pina
like
colada and
smoking.
or what is it? Strawberry daiquiri?
No,
Miami Vice?
no. What I thought about was smoking, drinking, gambling, things of that. But I think that if you think about it, like for me personally, when I had to really sit there and say to myself, do I have a vice? Like, I don't think that I drink or that I smoke. I definitely don't like to gamble. But if I had to say that I have a vice, my shortcomings in life,
No, go ahead. I'm just kidding.
my shortcomings, you messed up my moment.
Oh, shit. You're ready.
Damn it.
I Kanye'd you?
My bad.
I think my vice has been like trying to fix people that are broken.
Okay.
That's where I had to go with that one, because I don't, you know, I mean, I
like
could
a
drink, I
project.
cannot drink. I like the fixer-upper. I do.
Yeah, for me, when I look at Vice too, here we go. There's a question here, and somebody put this, I believe it's Harold, was, are having a vice help you live less of a boring life, or is it more just a fulfilling one?
No, I'm definitely excited when you got to fix the niggas that ain't shit, because they always into some shit. You got to bail them out of jail. You
gotta dodge a
lend them
bullet
your
here and
car.
there.
You know what I'm saying? The nigga might take your car to Miami, and you got to go
man.
get that shit. You might be chilling on the block, and there might be a shootout. All sorts of crazy shit happens. So yeah, that's definitely exciting.
Me
Therapy
too.
is exciting.
So
you
you
gotta
live
sit there and tell
vicariously through
somebody.
them as you fix them at the same time?
I don't ever fix them. That's why I kind
Yeah,
of gave up
we
on
know
them.
that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was about to say. Her vice is horrible.
Where do you think in that process, what are you lacking or in your teaching methods that are not fixing them?
Love gets in the way, probably, if I was to take a guess. See or no?
I mean, how so?
Well, because you have stated on the show that you fall for love and you're a sucker for love.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if you're going off of vibes, which love is a very powerful feeling, you know, or drug, if you want to call it that, that might get in the way of your, let's say you had a 90-day plan for this nigga, and 45 days in, that nigga's talking mushy shit.
You start dating posh and get a
derails
syllabus.
your 90-day plan, and that shit went south, and now this nigga's fucking playing basketball for 2 days.
Yeah, I could see that being a valid point.
You get dickmatized.
It's not about dickmatized. I think
Giving that
that
nigga progress reports.
Jesus Christ. I think that love is blind. And I think that, one of the things I know that I've struggled with is wanting to see the best in people. It could be like, I just always had that belief, and I always tell my parents this. I said, damn it, you guys did like too good of a job in a sense, with my dad. And people, always have that joke, and I make it too, about having daddy issues or whatever. Oh, you probably a certain way because your dad wasn't in your life. No, my dad is my best friend. Like my dad, there is never gonna be anyone in this world that I meet that will ever fill my dad's shoes. It's really that serious for me.
So my mom's is.
And even with my grandmother, like the line of the family lineage, that we have, the lineage, and my grandfather and my grandmother were married for as long as I can remember. And when he died, she never remarried. And I said to her one day, I said, why are you never, married? I was 3 years old when grandpa died. I'm like 30 now, And she said to me, are you crazy? Do you know the type of man that your grandfather was to me? There will be never anyone in life that will ever be able to fill the shoes that your grandfather left to be filled. And I don't know, like I always want to, my dad is always the type of person where he always wants, he's a Libra too, ironically, but he always wants to see the good in people, no matter how they, how they were. And that got him in trouble because he made a lot of decisions, based on wanting to see the good in someone versus seeing things for what they are. And I think that was, also my downfall, where no matter how fucked up someone is, I always feel like there has to be something about them that's good. I mean, shit, can you really be 100% bad?
Yeah.
So I think that I put myself through this little mission of finding the good thing and then like bringing it out of them, and then they fuck me up in the closet.
99.9% is bad, but that 1% is good.
That 1%,
right?
The 1%.
he might be the next, I don't know.
What you got, MJ?
You mean potentials?
My vices?
I was done with potentials.
My vices are shoes and porn.
Hey, at least you kept it real.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie.
This nigga had a threesome and been having his dick on the table ever since.
You
bro.
can't tell
You
him.
can't tell him shit.
How you scratch it?
Shit, I mean,
Like, yo, his
So how do you think
beard's
that vice
grown,
affects you?
everything. His beard's looking healthier. That's that new vagina in your
That's
beard,
that-
dog. That's what it is. You know what? I didn't ask
y'all
you.
missed it earlier, but that ring looks really nice on his
Yo,
hand.
Oh.
Yo, he ain't worn that
saw
shit since he
that.
said
I've seen
I
that
do.
shit not since August.
Yo, he hasn't had that ring on since I do. Yo, let it go. Let it go. Hey, you know what? Hey, I was watching the episode and I was kind of high, so a lot of the questions I did want to ask didn't come out. You said there was no kissing, right?
yeah,
Did you suck on her box?
Whoa.
Did you eat her pussy?
a little bit.
Okay, so you were able to eat her pussy, you just couldn't kiss her.
Yeah,
Harold's so mad though because he's like, all these stipulations I had, fucker.
Yeah, man, I was put in a fucking trap to where I
Kissing?
said, man, fuck that new pussy, I'm good.
Kissing someone is like an exchange of emotion.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
That's how
And
I feel when I suck on
sex
pussy,
can
though.
be completely emotionless
Like
and
I
just
put
like
my
the
heart
act.
into that shit.
Bro,
This is not a hooker that we're talking about
It's
here,
not.
though.
It's
like,
not.
here's my thing. I'm a kisser. So for me, it's like, it starts there. Like I said, in the last episode,
Right,
that's
because it means
preliminary.
something to you, right?
It's not because it means something to me. It fucking feels good, nigga. If you can't kiss good, I'm not trusting you with my pussy in your mouth. What's wrong with you?
She was kissing Nina. Who the fuck she need to kiss me for?
True.
Well, it wasn't like, I'm not
Did she
saying.
suck your dick?
yeah, you know
Yo,
what?
she could have put
Oh,
her
so
tongue
then you
between
definitely
your
ain't
gap,
kissing a nigga.
dog.
She
You
sucked
guys
your
could have
dick.
had something
That part.
there.
Yeah, like you should have just said that she sucked my dick, nigga. That's why you kissed the bitch.
Exactly.
Fuck it. So
Well,
going
then.
back though, do you think that your vices?
Yeah, they negatively affect me. Porn makes you late for work.
Dog, that's
something
OD.
about getting
you
a
can
nut
fucking
before
beat
work,
off
huh?
at
It
work,
starts
dog.
your day
Something
off
about
Getting
great.
a
getting
nut before work, dog. I only got
does.
10 minutes. Oh, I'll fucking work. I'll figure it out.
Not for nothing,
Exactly.
dog. Before I came here, I fucking rocked one out just so I can be at ease. I was a little like, oh,
Man, you came in real calm,
I was
nigga.
calm as fuck.
So I know
In the
next
car?
time.
No, at
Is
the
that what you
house.
were doing?
I got my fucking pajamas on, dog. I took a
What's that
shower.
shirt?
Crusty as
nigga.
fuck.
What's on his mouth?
No, I took a shower and then I came here, guys.
shit.
Come on.
Rick's looking extra white
My hands
today.
are clean from recent bus off. Jesus Christ. You guys are fucking rude.
What was the other one? Oh, shoes.
Shoes, yeah, I could blow an entire check on shoes.
Yeah, I'm sure
honestly.
you can.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Or on an AK.
Yeah, that part too.
I used
yeah.
to be big on shoes. I can't do it anymore. Red bottoms are easily 1,500. I can't.
This nigga Lemmy is ready to go.
All right,
So
go.
Ian, what's your vice, bro?
Well, my vice, it's kind of similar to Posh, actually, man. Just having seeing the good in people, and not following my vibes. Like that was my main thing is I would go against the grain with my vibrations or any type of feelings I got that would tell me like, look, nigga, just quit and go the other way. You did what you did, but there's nothing else you could do no more. And I wouldn't follow that. So once I just really started like, you know, like really getting a hold of that, I was fine. That was my vice, was always seeing the good in people and always trying, because I knew where I came from with certain shit. And I'm like, if I could change on certain things, then, you feel me? Niggas could do that shit too.
That's what's up.
I can see it.
It's funny. I was thinking, just like Posh, I was thinking that, you know, I'm an alcoholic, so I don't really think about alcohol being that issue.
That's
for
just
me.
life, man. You do what you like, man. Like that's not.
But I'll tell you what my
it's bad
vice
because
is.
somebody else said it's bad. I mean, unless you do it to you.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, you know, there's different things. It depends what situation it puts you in. But for me, my vice was the thrill, or we'll call it the wave. And to explain that to people is I was all about, so kind of like how Saturday night or Sunday night kind of worked out for you guys. I'm always about, all right.
Horribly.
Great. Great fucking
Well,
night.
you weren't expecting it. You know what I mean? I'm always down for that ride. Like the shit that's unexpected is what I'm with. Yo, let's
The
go to Tampa
spontaneous.
and it's 8:00 at night or whatever the case may be. I'm always the person that's like, hell yeah, let's go do that. Because I'm always down for what that adventure is. What leads me to do that? I don't know, me, my life, and being a Scorpio, I don't fucking really know. It could be bad, and it was bad once I got married and had kids for sure, because I can't live that life. You know what I mean? I gotta, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think about, what if I was it's really being greedy and selfish to your family, but, you know, that was the portion that I had kind of had to slow down on. I mean, I still have them every once in a while, but, you know, when I'm around people that I, like, really, really love, like, just people that I love and non-judgmental people, those are the best people to hang out with. And, you know, when I'm with those type of people, again, I just ride the wave, and wherever it gets us is where we go. But, you know, again, it takes from my family, and, you know, that's where I had to kind of figure out, look, man, calm down, nigga. You ain't that same dude anymore. So, you know, take it when you can, but, you know, you got to make it home at the end of the night. You can't be waking up at 8:00 at your friend's house.
Amen to that.
This shit was wild. So, that's it. Was viced out?
I got some vices if we got time. Well, my biggest vice is I have a very addictive personality. And whatever I decide to at that very moment, I go extra hard in. But my biggest issue in life is I love to fucking blow a bag.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say something
That
completely
is
different.
it. Besides blowing on some pussy, I love to fucking go ahead and spend some money. And I will fucking shoes, clothes, fucking video game consoles, alcohol, whatever, food, whatever the fuck it is. I love that shit. That shit is a fucking thrill. Thank God I got a fucking amazing job that allows me to be able to do it. But that is my biggest fucking thing. Sneakers, clothes, all that shit. Also, in regards to that, women, I'm addicted to it. It's not...
You're addicted to women?
I'm addicted to women. It's not a sense where you're like, hey, yeah, I met this girl, this and that. I want to meet every fucking girl in the fucking world, and I want to be able to be and partake in their life. And I'm very... You know, a lot of times I get fucked up in that situation, and, you know, sometimes it's proving niggas wrong because, you know, they're like, oh, look at that big nigga. No, this big nigga got it, dog. I want you to know.
This nigga walked in on his Kanye shit today?
I got it. So just to let y'all know, you don't got to be fucking 6', 6'5". You can get it. You just got to be able to be able to get
I don't
it.
have a
At that
6-pack.
same
I don't have a
token.
6-pack though.
At that same
Honestly, I
token.
don't. I mean, it's being 100.
Not throwing no shots, but you just got to be able to go ahead and do it.
Nigga
I
said he
came
got
in
a
fucking
baby
pajamas, and if I go outside, my fucking main goal is to still get it. And that's it. That's my personality.
Shout out to you, Grizz.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You
You're
popping?
the man right now.
Yeah, word.
You guys are so nice. Like, I really appreciate that.
This is why all the
He just
questions are
shut that
about you.
stigma down, man.
We living through you, dog.
The questions are about me. What are you talking about? This
last
is y'all
question,
world. I
though.
barely spoke this episode. Shout out to all my
Well,
fans.
MJ,
All right. Looks like we're wrapping it up for today. Thank you guys for listening. Don't we have a keyword to give out?
We have a keyword. It is Marvel.
Marvel.
Hey.
Marvel's the keyword. So whenever we ask for that
Gotcha, bitches.
keyword, whenever we ask for that keyword, make sure you drop that. Again, it's Marvel. And also make sure you like and subscribe on all of our social media. That's RAWXCHANGE. That's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that other shit.
And now
also,
YouTube.
Yes, YouTube as well. Also, our next live show is May 29th. So make sure you're there.
swerve.
All right, we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Welcome to the Raw Exchange, where we say what the fuck we feel.